Hello friends, welcome back. My name is PK. In this video, you will learn how to create the employee onboarding tracker in Microsoft Excel. As you are seeing my screen, we have created this employee onboarding tracker. This is the dashboard page wherein we have slicers on the left hand side and on the right hand side also for the status, department, and here we have for the date and the position. You can filter the data using the position or the date or the status also, and we are showing here the head count by the gender, head count by the department, this is head count by the status. Here we are showing the total head count also, this is the head count by the position, and here we have the average salary by the position also. Now I will show you the data also. Here we have the data sheet, and to add the new data you can use the data entry form. On the top we have given three buttons: add new record, update record, and delete record. You can click on add new record to add a new record, and here you can see we have 28 employees as of now. Let's click on add new record. This is the employee onboarding tracker form, and here you can enter the data. So let me show you how you will enter the data. First enter the employee ID, just type here employee ID, the new employee ID, then the first name, last name, date of birth. You can use the calendar to fill the date of birth. Just click on this calendar, and from here you can select the year. So let's say I'm selecting some dummy date of birth, and then you can select the month from here. Then you can just select the date. The date will appear here, that is the date of birth, and you can select the gender from here. Then the start date, and you can change this date also. Let's say I want to take this date, or I want to keep 5th, whatever you want. Then the department, you can select the department from here. You can manage this drop down also. I will show you how you can change this list as per your requirement. Let's select the position. You can change this position list also. Just input the salary here. Then the email ID, let's say I'm putting some dummy email ID. The phone number, I'm just putting some dummy phone number. And the address. Then any emergency contact number, I'm just leaving it blank. Previous employer, you can just put the previous employer name here. Education, and then you can input the skill set here. Let's say I'm putting here skill set like this. Of course the status will be active for the first time, and here you can put the remarks if you want to input some remarks. Just click on submit button. As you click on submit, the data has been submitted successfully. You can see that new record here, and we can see all information also about this employee, everything. Okay, because we have entered. Now if I come to the dashboard, you can see now we have the 29, and whole dashboard has been refreshed. If you want to make any changes in this list, you can just select this ID and you can click on update record. If you want to make any changes in this record, you can just click on the ID of any of the record which you want to update. Then you can click on update record. The same form will appear and all information will be pre-filled. Like if I click here, then you can see whole information is pre-filled. Okay, or I want to update this one, the whole information is pre-filled. Similarly, let's say for this employee I want to mark inactive. I will simply select here inactive, and I can update the remarks also and just submit this. Now you can see this employee has been marked as inactive. You can see the status here, this one, and we can see the inactive count also changed now. Alright, so that is how you can update this information. If you think you have added some incorrect information and you want to delete that, you can simply click on any ID and click on delete record. That record will be deleted. Again we have 28 count here. Alright, now I will show you the list sheet. Here you can enter the information, and from here the list will be generated on the user form. If you click, that list will be generated here. Let's say I'm adding one new department. I'm putting here test department, for example. If I come to the data, click on add new, that new test department will appear here automatically. Okay, so you can manage the list from here. You can just add the new positions, new department as per your requirement. Now let me explain you how we have created this. So first let me show you this data entry form. Let's go to the developer tab and Visual Basic. Here we have created this onboarding form and we have designed this using the text boxes from the toolbox. You can take this text box and we have taken these text boxes here, and this is the command button. Here we have this combo box and we have put two command button here. Okay, then we have changed the design from the properties. We have taken the different colors and we have taken the color for back color for the text box. On the top we have put this image and this is the label. Now let me show you the coding of this. So first let me show you what is the coding on the user form activation. Just double click here. This is the user form initialize code and we are creating the list from the list sheet and we are creating the gender list in the combo box 1. You can see, so we are putting a loop from column A because gender is available on column A and we are adding the item on the combo box 1. Similarly for the department, status and the position, we are adding the default date as today for the text box 5, which is this start date. Alright, now let me show you the other code also. The submit button. Here in the submit button we have put some validations, like you have to select the value from the combo box 1 2 3 4 and then here we are entering the data. So we have protected this sheet using the password as 4 times 0. We have to unprotect this first. Then here we have a text box ID, this one, txt ID, this one. So this is the text box ID. So what we are doing here, if this value is not blank, that means we are updating the record, and if it is blank, that means we are adding the record. So what we will do, whenever we want to update a record, we will fill here text box ID. I will show you how you can fill that and I will come to that module also. But if it is not blank, if there is any ID there, that means we want to update that record. In that case, I have taken here iRow as long and I'm using the match function and I'll get the iRow value. That will be my row wherein I want to update the record. If it is blank, then the iRow will be the last row plus 1. Whatever is the last row, I will add 1. That will be my new row, and I will add the ID column also, that is column A, and I'm using the max function. Whatever maximum ID is available, I will show you. The first column is the ID. So whatever is the maximum there, I will add plus 1 and I will put that value there. Okay, this one. Then here we are filling the value on B to column S from the different text boxes and the combo boxes. And in the last we are formatting this. From the row number 5 we are copying the formatting and we are pasting it as a formatting only. And then we are pressing the command button 2. I'll show you the command button 2 also. That is the reset button. And we are using the this workbook.refresh all, so that all pivots available on the support sheet will be refreshed. I will show you that support sheet also. Okay, and then we are protecting this, so data is entered successfully. Let me show you the command button 2, which is the reset button. Here we have put all the boxes as blank. That's it. Okay, now if we enter any value here, then we will fill the value in the reverse, and first we will get the row number where this ID is available using the match function. Then we will fill the boxes from the sheet in the reverse, you can see. Okay, now I will show you this one also, wherein we have put 3 macros and we assigned on these buttons. The first one is the add new record. So let me show you this one also. We are just showing the form, this onboarding form, that's it. Delete record, and here we are putting some validations, like we have selected the properly ID or not. So what we have to do, we have to select this ID only. We can't click here then click on delete or update, otherwise it will show this message like this. Okay, so we have to click here, and we can't click here also, it should not be blank, and we can't click here also. So this is what we have put here. You can see these conditions. This is all good. Then we will unprotect this and the active cell entire row will delete it. We will refresh the all pivots. Similar to update this is the same validations. Now we will just show this form and we will show the txt id and we will fill the active cell value in the txt id, which is the id. So here we will fill that id. Alright, this is what we are doing inside the macro. Now I will show you the support sheet also. Here in the support sheet we have created multiple pivots using this data and we have created a dynamic range also. This is pivot range and you can see we have used the offset function here. We have protected the worksheet so it is logged so that we will get the dynamic range using this pivot range. And here we have used that dynamic range. I will show you, change data source. You can see this is pivot range. Alright, for all pivots. So we have created the pivot male female, which is gender wise count, and this is the department wise, active inactive, everything we have put there, whatever we want to create in the chart. Now we have created this dashboard using this support sheet only. How we have created? Let's say we want to create this gender wise. We have simply select this pivot, go to the insert tab in the Excel, and let's say we want to create this donut chart. Just click here. Then you can just go to the pivot chart analyze. From here just hide all and right click, go to the format data series, and we have changed the donut hole size as 85%, and we have just added the data labels and just move the data labels here and here. Right click on the data label, format data label, and take here category name also. Now we can remove the legend. That is how we have created this type of chart. We change the colors and all the things, and here in this particular chart we have given one text box also. So how we have given, we have just inserted a text box from insert and text box over the chart. Then click on the text box, press equal to here and just click on this I1, hit the enter. So we are getting that count here. Okay, then we have just changed the size like this. This is what we are doing here. And how we are getting this 28? This is nothing but simple sum function. Okay, so we are getting the sum of this. So that is how we have created. Similar to this, we have created the head count also. This is the bar chart by the department. So just click on the department and we have just created this bar chart here. Just go to the button field and hide all from here. And then you can add the data labels and you can just fill some color as per the theme which you will decide from the format. Like we have taken green theme, so you can take this one. You can give some gradient also to make it more impactful from here like this. Okay, so this is what we have done here. Similar to this, we have created the 3D pie and we have created this bar chart and this 3D column chart. And then we have inserted the slicers also. To insert the slicer, you can click on the pivot table, and from the pivot table analyze, you can insert the slicer. And you can select which slicer you want to insert. Let's say gender, department, position, like this. You can select, and then if you click, the pivot table will be filtered, and once the pivot table will be filtered, the chart also will be filtered. Alright, so that is how we have created this employee onboarding tracker, and this is ready to use template. Use it in your organization as you want. You just need to come to the data sheet, and using the form you can delete these all records and you can start using your own records. Alright friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe my channel to get the regular update of my videos. Thank you so much for the watching.